welcome to the Marlene Saunders Show, where we have real talk, real conversations, and you're welcome to it. If you have not hit the like and subscribed, please do so. And welcome to the Blah 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 podcast. Welcome to today's show. How are you doing, Trap family? Thank you all so much for being here. Appreciate everybody's support. Happy new week. Happy June to all of the chat family. I hope your June will be amazing and fabulous. And I want to go to the chat to see who is in here. Have my awesome mod, Jackie Gaines. And if you guys missed it yesterday, check out the conversation that I had with Miss Jackie. Shout out to you, Jackie. How are you doing? Good morning. Yes, appreciate it. Yes, that's how you subscribe to the channel. Hey, Des, how are you doing? Welcome. Happy Monday. Happy new week. Hey, Leticia, how are you doing? Welcome in. Truly appreciate it. I hope everybody's doing awesome. You're working and listening in. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Good morning, Miss Tamika. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Appreciate it. Good morning to you. Shout out to my mods. Shout out to all of my chat family. I hope everybody's doing amazing, amazing, amazing. I hope your new week is going to be phenomenal. And I wanted to talk about this topic because I think that it's important to talk about this for so many reasons. Because I see so many people, while it's very important, for whatever it is that you're trying to do on, if you are a social media influencer or you're trying to make it on social media, it's important for us to realize that you cannot spend every waking moment of the day on your social media, whether it be on this app or any other app. It's not good for you in any way. It's not good for your eyes. It's not good for your anything. We have to take a social media break, and I have to say that it's especially important for those of us who are parents, for those of you who have responsibilities within your family. Social media has its place. It's there for a purpose, it's there to entertain us, or whatever you're trying to get from social media. But it's important to do things in balance. We have to be balanced when it comes to social media because if we don't, we will definitely burn out. And that's not something that I want to see for any content creator. You can easily burn out. And I know because I'm a person that has many, 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 okay, channels. I have 5 YouTube channels. And I'm telling you what I know for a fact. You have to be balanced. You have to have a schedule. I'm telling you that there's no way around it. And I know that a lot of content creators just are trying to chase and beat the algorithm and all of these things, but I'm telling you, nothing beats a schedule. And if any content creator out there, if you don't have a schedule, It's just you're not going to get to the goals that you want to just by pouring all your time into your channel. You have to, not what I always say is being consistent. And as a content creator and as a person who has multiple things going on, I don't just have my YouTube. I have a job. I also have a business. I also have a family. I also have other things going on. I have friends. I have a life. So we have to be balanced when it comes to this space of YouTube. Yep, like who shows you my diary? Hi, Miss 702. How are you doing? Welcome in. Really appreciate you all. Thank you so much. I always appreciate all of the likes and all of the shares. I feel like it's so important to do this, to take a social media break. Because when we don't, we truly are affected. I know that I start to get very burnt out, or I find that my quality of my content is not even good because if you're just throwing something up on your channel, you mm-mm, it never turns out well. You have to put in some effort into planning the type of content you're going to do. Make sure you're in the mental space to do it. Make sure you have that positive attitude because I've been there, um, just throwing up anything, not really putting in the time, not doing research, not being in a good space, not even actually wanting to do it. And trust me, even when we think we're fooling our audience, or I would say, like whatever you call your viewers, I call your chat family. I always can tell, even when I play my stuff back, I can tell when I was in a good space and when I wasn't. It always shows. It shows in the way that you talk. It shows in, especially if you are on camera, it shows in your body language. And we can't fool our viewers. Our viewers know when you want to be there and when you don't. Especially like if you don't want to be, on YouTube, then don't. But don't come on YouTube and just staring at the camera, not engaging with the audience when you're live. Don't do that. Don't treat your viewers like that. It's not kind. And Jackie says also proper diet will play a big part too. Yeah, you have to take care of yourself, period. And I know that a lot of people who are just trying to make it. I know, because I'm in that boat too. I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to go viral and all of those things, but don't be at it at the cost of losing your mind, losing your sanity. Um, and some people are making this social media disrupt their romantic relationships. It's crazy because all they think about is being on social media, especially people who are like gamers who have to constantly go live because of whatever, or those who are a channel where they go live or they podcast. I'm not a gaming channel, but I do have channels that are podcast channels. I do have channels that require me to be live, and it is hard. It's hard to strike a work and life balance because no matter what anybody has to say, being a content creator takes work. It takes effort. It takes time. It takes patience. And a lot of us don't have it. And I know some days I don't have the time and the patience for this app or any social media. So I wanted to say that make sure you are taking your time off of this app where you just shut it off and tap into who you need to tap in with, your spouse or significant other, your friends, getting your rest, eating, drinking some water, taking care of yourself. Even as a supporter, you can try to show up for so many channels you like. It affects your sleep and productivity schedule. Yes, Miss 702. That's why I said it's so important to be balanced, whether you are a creator or you are a supporter. Everything has to happen in balance, because if you are off balance, it will show. It shows up in your other relationships, and it starts to affect you, because I know that I had to cut back on the amount of support that I've given to a lot of individuals because it was affecting my health. Staying up all night to support people's live stream, I can't do that, you know, for many reasons, because it was affecting my health and my relationship. I can't do that, and you can't show up for yourself mentally. You can't show up for yourself physically. You can't show up for yourself to be able to handle whatever it is you do for work or your business if you're not rested. If you don't feel good mentally and physically, you can't. You just can't. You can't operate, and you can't function the best way that you deserve to. Thank you so much, Jackie. I appreciate it. Yeah, you have to be balanced. And there's a lot of people on this app that are not balanced when it comes to social media, and everybody's different. I'm not saying to compare, like there's a hard and fast set of rules that we have to follow, but I'm saying that, within reason, be reasonable. Give yourself time to sleep, give yourself time to get your creative juices flowing, do some planning, and put out the best content possible. Yep, up all night. Yep, has caught up to me. Yeah, and I don't know about everybody, but I'm not a spring chicken. I'm not 20, so the things that probably I could have got away with when I was 20, I can't get away with that now. I used to be able to stay up all night, go straight into work or straight into whatever it is that I'm doing, and it had no effect on me. Of course, when I would get off work, then I would crash. But if I do that now, I will start seeing these white spots. I will pass out. It will affect me. So everybody has to move according to what works best for them. And for many of us, we have to understand that while we want to help and support other people, we also have to support ourselves, and we have to support our mental health, because that's a lot of things. When you're on social media, there's a lot of things that you're consuming, you're eating on, you're feeding on, you're feeding your mind on what people are doing, what people are saying, and it can affect your mental health, especially if people are in beefs with one another. There's drama, or just having a platform, and people are saying things about your content. I know I had to learn to be balanced and to not allow what a comment that somebody says, somebody who wants to be in a keyboard war with me, because people on social media can be so vindictive, evil, mean. Like, I've heard people say, You don't need to be a content creator, or your channel is terrible. You don't know what you're doing. And when you consume those thoughts from other people, even though, people are always going to say things, and you do have to have some tough skin to be a content creator. I will say that. Being a content creator is not for the weak minded. You have to be on every time I turn on my social media, I have to make sure my vibes are high, um, and I've tapped into myself, and I've convinced myself of, who I am and my worth, because we can't let social media determine our worth. We can't let social media say whether we're a good person or a bad person, especially somebody who doesn't know you. These people on this app don't know you. They don't know what you're dealing with. They don't know what you're going through. They don't. They don't know anything about you. And I understand that there is a lot of people on this app, and they're not adjusted, you know, mentally. They have some either mental health issues or some mental illness. And we see it by the things that people are saying, what the content that they're putting up, or being live, screaming at the top of their lungs. I don't know how many of you have seen it. They're not in a good space mentally. Um, they're not operating or functioning well. And I have to say this too: don't let other people determine your worth. Don't let other people get you all wound up. And people love to get a rise from you. They love to be able to say something, and then they take your power even for a moment. I even have to check myself sometimes, because yes, we're human, and people will get on your nerves just like in real life. People will become envious or jealous of you, or say something negative, because they want an exchange to get you to, you know, be in that war of, you say, I say this, and then you say that. They have you exactly where they want to have you. So I had to learn for my own self to not have to justify my worth, justify what I put on my platform. I have to be okay in my own skin. And I say that to all of you content creators, and even you supporters, because I've seen supporters doxxed. I've seen content creators doxxed. I've seen a lot on this app in my years of being a content creator. And even before I was creating content, you know, it's people who come on this app and they troll. They come on this app and they bring their negativity, they bring their judgments, and they want to. They make assumptions, like they assume that you're vibrating on the same level as them. And I can say for myself that that's not the case. I'm not in the same position like everybody else. And I'm not saying it like I feel that I'm better than anybody, but I put in a lot of work inside of myself. I put a lot of time in healing the wounds of my past. I've seen a therapist. I've worked on myself, and I'm in the space to know who I am. I'm in a space to understand that I don't have to engage with everybody. I don't have to justify who I am. And I have to understand that I'm not going to be liked by everybody. And there's a lot of people on this app that need to realize that when you are a social media influencer or you are a content creator, you're not going to be liked by everybody. And there's going to be people who do some evil things, some vindictive things, and you just let them be. And you just say, well, I guess that person is not for me. Yes, there is a lot of drama in these YouTube streets. A lot of people jumped on board um, during the pandemic, and more drama came with that. Yes, that's when you saw a lot of people because they didn't have anything to do, so they figured they would just jump on an app and start creating content. Yes, you do. Sometimes you have to step back. Sometimes you have to pour into yourself. You know, I talk about it all the time on my other channel, learning to fill up your cup. Fill up your cup because you are not going to feel good about yourself. You're not going to produce good content when you're in a space of you're negative, you're sad, you're jealous. You know, I found that this app has helped me in way more than one way. This app has really shown me who I am as a woman. This app has shown me to be careful what and who you trust. And it showed me about how consistent I am and what I deserve, because there's a lot of people who are on this app that you should definitely not waste your time with, not waste your time on. You just have a lot of people need to learn that they have to be themselves, and some people will dig it and some people won't, and the ones that won't, you just move on along. Thank you so much, Jackie. Yes, that's so true. It is. Good morning, DJ Tanya. How are you doing? Welcome. I appreciate you being here. New week blessings to you and everybody in the chat. hmm I have to say that, this app is not easy already to begin with, because I don't know about everybody else, but you're trying to beat the algorithm. You're trying to achieve some goals. You're trying to grow your channel. You're trying to get the views. But on top of all of that, you have to deal with people and their comments, people and their negativity, much less your own. Because I can't speak for everybody, but I have my days where I don't want to deal with other people and their attitudes because I have my own. And even though I try my best to be a positive person, I try to be a positive beacon of light, and encourage and inspire people. I'm human. I have my days where I just want to, oh, I just feel like I could just jump through the screen and just beat somebody down, or at least shake them a little bit. Like, people will get on your last nerves. And those are the times where I said, I need to take a break and just be offline for even an hour and either go to, for me, I can't speak for everybody. For me, I need to probably get some exercise or go for a drive, spend some time with my besties, um, give myself some self care or get some sleep or whatever it is. Or even sometimes I'm hungry and I need to eat, or I have not hydrated adequately. There's a lot of things that we need to do and take care of ourselves and not just think about social media. We need to do more than just social media. And I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just being 100% real. I'm speaking from my own perspective. Thank you so much, Tanya. Appreciate you. Yeah, it is. And I appreciate you. Yes, you always say misery loves company and hates an empty house. Yes, they want someone to engage with in their, as my mother would say, their low levels of degradation. Woo. Yes, mama. Always with me. For real. Yes, Leticia. Hey, Angela. How are you? Good morning. Appreciate you being here. Mm. I hope you're fit. You're awesome. Yes, Leticia, I'm serious. For real. Even though I feel like I'm a very calm and zen person, because I put in the work to be the woman that I am now. But I do have my times and my moments, like if I didn't sleep well or I'm going through something. Everybody has those moments and those times where you're not in a good space. And then it seems that's when someone wants to come with their projections and their attitudes and their nastiness. And I have to click off. I have to click off this app because people don't know, who you know. Just because you are a content creator, people don't know who you know. I could get somebody right now to look up somebody's IP address and pull up in person. You don't know who people know. You don't know what people can do. So, while you're even people who are behind avatars, they just because you're behind an avatar, it doesn't mean somebody can't pull up to you in person, find out where you live, and knock down your door and beat you down. I'm just keeping it real. So be careful what you put out there. Okay, be careful what you say to other people. I always say that everybody is a human being. Everybody is somebody's loved one. You know, everybody's somebody's mama or auntie, cousin, friend, spouse. But I won't even lie to you. Some people need to learn to keep their mouth shut or to keep dipping, and they don't know the facts. They don't know what they're talking about. There's a lot of people who are unhealed, negative, and evil on this app. And for one, choose to stay away from them. I just stay away from the negativity. Push all the way back because I will go back to my unhealed ghetto Marlene, and that was a part of me a few years ago. Just because I always say, don't let the soft voice fool you. And a lot of people don't understand that I am Caribbean by nature. That flows in my blood. I can't get away. What flows in my blood, what I represent. Don't let my Cuban Jamaican come out because it will. Trust. I keep things I let things stay low. I keep that part of me dormant because I'm telling you, when you all start hearing me speak some patois, hmm, it will come out. It will come out. Trust and believe. Good morning, Uncle. How are you doing? Yes, Leticia. People will have you mm, people will have you go ghetto and act a whole fool, but I can't tell anybody what to do because it depends on what you're on this app for. But I brand my name. I have a business. I have some things that I'm working on. So while I want to do and say certain things, because I have to represent my brand well, I don't. But trust, um, like I've told people before, Marlene ain't no sucker. I'm not no fool. I'm not a punk. I'm not scared to pull up on anybody. I'm not. So play games. I always say mess around, mess around. Keep my name and keep my family's name out your mouth. You don't know what I know. You don't know who I know. You don't know what I can do. Okay? So, leave people alone. Just because a person may be quiet, it doesn't mean that they're a fool. And just because I don't respond to certain things, it doesn't mean I don't know. It doesn't mean I don't see. I see a lot of things. I know a lot of things. And I know of how certain individuals truly are. But I let them be because that's not worth it. Yeah. Yeah, they do. They pull up on people's homes, hmm, make people lose their jobs. It's a lot of things that you can do. It's a lot of things that you can do. It's a lot of things that I could do. All I have to do is make one phone call. All I have to do is make one phone call to somebody I know, and they just tap, tap, tap and say, here's the address. Trust. Okay. Yes, I did, Leticia. I did. That's what I'm saying. People don't know. People have no idea, and I will say this, that you have no idea what people are going through. Okay. I'll pause on that for a second to let that marinate and sit in, you know. You don't know what people are going through. You have no idea. Just because a person comes on this app and they seem to be quiet, or they stay in their own lane, they're not bothering anybody, it doesn't mean they're not having personal, financial, physical issues. And they could be dealing with disability, a loss, struggling financially, having problems with their children, spouse or significant other, or whatever the case may be, or just in a not in a good space mentally. You don't know what people are going through. And I always say, what does it take to be kind to another person? It doesn't take nothing. This app is free. This app is free. Free. It's free. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. There's a lot of people on this app that need to have a mental evaluation before they get a YouTube channel. I think that should come with it. Okay, what is your education level? Okay, and what is your mental health? You should be able to get a mental health from a psychologist or a therapist to say that you are mentally capable of handling a social media platform. A lot of people don't understand that part. Social media will affect your mental health if you don't take control of yourself. You'll be on this app, really shining, screaming at the top of your lungs, cussing people out. One day I had to, like, I found myself like getting out of character, like, of who I am. I was like, wait a minute, why am I letting a person who's a troll, or a person who probably is living in their mama's basement, or sleeping on somebody's couch, or don't even work, don't have a job, you know, looking like Jabba the Hutt, you know? Why am I letting somebody like that affect me? No. I was like, Marlene, reel it back. Take back your power and your control. And don't let these people on this app get to you, you know? And that's what a lot of people want. They want to be able to get to you. That's what they want. Good morning, Frank G. How are you doing? Happy new week to you. I hope you're doing amazing. Shout out to the mods. Yes. Good morning, Forever Mimi. How are you doing? Welcome in. Really appreciate you being here. I hope you're well. And that's what I always say. Don't let these people who have no idea about you. And I have to say this to all of you who are parents. Please be careful what you're putting out on this app of YouTube about your children. Be careful, because you have some people on here that are weird. They're weird, and don't show your kids, um you know personal, like, their meltdowns. Highlight your children in a positive way. That's all I'm going to say about that. Everybody's free to do what they want to, but why show your children having a meltdown? Would you want someone to show your most vulnerable moments? I don't know. Like, I for real believe that a lot of people just don't understand the damage that they could be doing. And it's going to follow. It's going to follow that child. This is always going to be available, because even if you go and you delete certain things from your YouTube channel, you don't know who has downloaded your content and looking at it. And it's some people who are weirdos, people who are predators, people who have some mental illness on this app. Mm, I don't know. I don't know. I just ask myself sometimes, what is going on? Thank you so much, Jackie. That's awesome, Frank. Glad to hear it. Yeah, weird is an understatement. It's an understatement of the year. Yes, hit the like. Yes, Frank. I don't understand it either, but to each his or her own. It's not really, it's not our business to tell anybody what to do on their platform, but at the same time, it's weird. It's weird. Um, the people who talk about their own family, and I find that to be very strange. The ones that always are talking about their own family. And I always ask myself, you on here upset about how your family treats you and all of these things, but they're not showing the side about what they do. And I will see people, they will get on this app and align with people and say, yeah, your family shouldn't do this and this and that. Or they will align with somebody when they get on this app and they blast with their, whatever, talking about whoever. Do you really know all the facts? Do you really know what's going on? Did you see it? Do you see the behind the scenes, what that person may have done? What I've learned on this app is that even though you may um, like somebody's content, but don't think that you know everything that a person has done. This is social media. You don't know, that person could have sent emails, that person could have done whatever it is. And when those two people have a falling out, don't dip your mouth in another person's business and think that you know everything. You know all the details, because I've seen it. And when it all comes down and then the receipts get shown, hmm, when the receipts get shown and you're like, oh, so the person that you aligned with was the troublemaker. Or how many people are old enough to know about fire starter? They're the fire starters. Hmm? They like to stir things up. They like to make problems and all that. And you have aligned yourself and said, "Oh no!" And I can't believe they're doing that to them and all kinds of stuff. Yada yada yada. And you have no idea that the person that you align with is evil. I will even say some people you have aligned with is the devil themselves. Evil through and through. Is some people on this app that are completely evil. I've seen some people on this app that have called the police on people, showed up at their house, and the person has done nothing. It's some very strange, weird, and evil things. But like I always say, what goes around comes around. I so agree with you. I do not like to look at videos where older people with dementia, dem- dementia is a very, very serious disease, and I think that should not be displayed. Yeah, it's certain things that I don't think should be broadcast, and it's like. Mm, how do I say it in a nice way? It's like people get on this app blasting the person they're in a romantic relationship with because they had some words or something was done. And then next thing they make up and they look like a complete idiot. A complete idiot. So, that's why I always say, when you're having issues in your real life in real time, that's the times where I take a break and I have to say, I need to step back. Because when you're dealing with something, when you're going through something, every little thing triggers you. I don't know who I'm talking to that goes through this like me. Like when I'm dealing with a certain situation that's not the most positive thing, I find every little thing somebody says, like, it will set me off, and I'll blast somebody and they have done nothing. So, if you're not in a good space mentally, if you're dealing with something, stay off this app and work on your mental health, work on you, take care of yourself first. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. It's what they said, it's your side, their side, and God's side. Hmm. But in all honesty, I just think that it's one side, but that's me. I just think it's God's side, because people can say whatever they want to say, but there's only one truth. There's only one truth. My motto has always been, if you don't see it with your eyes, don't speak on it with your mouth. That needs to be on a t shirt, Miss Jackie. That needs to be on a t shirt. If you don't see it with your eyes, don't speak on it with your mouth. Hmm. Exactly. Yes, everybody. Yes. Yes, mental health is so important. It is. And it's important for you to take a break, And it can make and break you. Like, I have those days, like when I've had a very frustrating day, either at work or with business or with my family or dealing with some issue, or I'm just in my own world. Like, some days I just wake up with a pure attitude. I'm not going to even, no capping. Some days I wake up with an attitude. I don't want to deal with anything or anyone. And those are the times where it's important for you to say, I don't need to be online, because I will, I will shine. Okay. I know I will shine. So know yourself. That's what I know, being on social media, all the years that I've been on social media. I know the times where I said, I don't need to be online today. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. Some days you do not need to be online. If you cannot, function mentally, or if you feel very sad, don't go on and start consuming and eating off some of this negativity. It's just going to make you feel even worse, you know. And one thing that we all have to learn is that everybody is free to do and say whatever it is that they want. And what I had to learn is that, just like in real life, everybody's free to do and say what they want. But everything that you see here on social media, you don't have to believe. That was a lesson for me. That was a big, big lesson for me. You don't have to believe everything you see, just like in real life. There's a lot of people who are characters, and they will make up all of this story, and not one bit of it is the truth. Not one bit of it. The entire storyline, everything about this person is a lie. The way they look, how they dress, what they're telling people. Mm-mm. Either they have mental illness, they're a sociopath, they're a pathological liar. Mm, yes, all of those things, and I've seen them, and you see the inconsistencies, because you can't keep it up for long. You start to see some holes punched in the storyline, and you're like, yeah, last time you said this, and today you're saying that. So I'm just going to be over here in my own lane, minding my own business, and leave you alone. One thing that I had to definitely learn about this app is, you can't believe everybody. You can't trust everything that you hear. because people will make up stories about people. People will lie on people, gossip about people, and these people have done nothing to them. Some people just make up a storyline about somebody just because they don't like them. Just because they don't like them. Like, these people have done nothing to you. You don't know anything about them. And they make an assumption. Because it happened to me on this app more than one occasion that I was this and I said that. I was like, what? I was like, Marlene, don't say nothing. One thing that nobody and not one person on this app can say about me. I never say nothing about nobody because I leave people to be their own person. Be your own person. If that's what you want to do, cool. But I don't have to be over there with you, and I'm most definitely not going to go back to your channel once I find out that you're a liar, that you're a manipulator, that you have some mental health issues. you know it's a lot of people on this app that, even though you're supposed to be at least 18, they're still acting like toddlers. I have a little niece that is more mature at 3 years old than so many content creators on this app. Let me tell you, that baby girl, she will she will tell people about stuff. She has a very amazing vocabulary. She will put you in your place. That baby already is a grown woman. She can run circles around so many people on this app, but that's because she's been around auntie, and her mother and father are strong people that have taught her about her own personal worth. And a lot of people on this app don't know their worth. They don't know their worth. And I think that that's sad. And I can say for myself, about 5 years ago. It's only been about 5 years since I've known my worth. And I know that that sounds strange to say. Social media has something to do with your personal worth, but it does. Because when you don't know your worth, you will engage in a negative space. When you don't know your worth, you'll believe everything that other people have to say about another person instead of letting the proof. I let the receipts show me. I let a person's action show me. I don't care what a person says, it's more what a person does, and seeing how they treat other people. Even sometimes just, being in the bushes, listening to people, and you're like, I know who you are. Okay. I'm going to stay away from you. I sure am. I'm going to be all the way over here. Yes, characters and actors. Uh, whole characters. Whole characters, whole actors. Yes, Leticia. I'm just saying, characters work for free. Actors are paid. Thank you for schooling them, Jackie. People try to make themselves relevant by bringing drama to other people. People that have no life uh, uh, love to bring drama to others. Yeah. And like, what I've noticed is and people who start to become successful, or they're getting views, people will get jealous of that. And because of that, they feel that certain individuals, maybe that person is growing. Maybe they're starting to get their audience coming and viewing and watching. And in the meantime, they're jealous of that, because when you start off with somebody, if you're a content creator, you kind of want to see the growth of your channel in views and in subscribers. That's only natural. But you have to understand that everybody is not going to grow at the same rate, you know and for me, it is about the numbers, and it's not about the numbers, because you do want to see people watch your stuff, and you do want to see um growth of your channel in numbers, and how many people subscribe to it. But I always say that I want the real. I want the real. I want people to come to my channel because they want to come here, not because of I sold my soul. That's one thing that Marlene isn't going to do. I'm not going to sell my soul for a click and a view. I'm not going to embarrass my ancestors. I was raised a different way, and everybody is free to do what they want to, but I'm not selling my soul. I'm not compromising my integrity, my morals for an app. Mm-mm. No, mm-mm. No, no, we're not doing that. We don't do that over here. Jealousy is a very ugly disease. Yes, it is, Jackie. Was it ugly? What they say with O's in it? Oogly. It's an oogly disease. And I usually am not a petty person, but I have to say it since I only have two of you in here. I could say no. Now it's one. Good, and the better. Nobody will hear it. But why is it? There's a lot of people on this app, and they could be. They're not the most physically attractive, and they like to talk about how other people are ugly. Can you all make sense of that for me? Mm-mm-mm. I've seen some people in here be like, really? You're talking about how somebody looks? Look at you. Have you looked in the mirror? Shame. Yes, sometimes you have to meet people where they are and leave them there. Everyone isn't meant to go with you. Yes, Jackie, I had to learn that. And while I want the best for everybody, but I also have to remember to want the best for me, for my mental health, for my content to be able to, grow. And I always put out stuff that I'm proud of. I'm proud of the content that I put out there. These people on here don't have no type of productive, positive life. Yes, some of these people, they just wake up, don't even brush their teeth and hit the live button. Mm-mm-mm. I've seen it. They just wake up, mouth crusty, face not washed, no shower. Mm, listen, yes, exactly, Frank. For one day when I can look back and I can be like, I was like, I like, it may sound like something vain, but I like to look back at my videos and be like, ooh, that was a good hairstyle. And some days I'm like, ooh, girl, no. Mm-mm. Sometimes it's like, yes. And other days it's like, no, girl, no. I have many videos like that, and it's okay. I know how to laugh at myself. It's okay. Frank, you laughing at me? Some days it's like, girl, no. And other days you're like, girl, yes. You have to pump up your own self and encourage yourself. But, I honestly just wanted to come on here and to vent a little bit and talk about social media and this app. And to all of you content creators, don't let this YouTube space get under your skin. Okay, don't let it happen. Don't let it get under your skin because, it's going to be here whether you are happy or whether you're mad. And don't go put sticking your nose in things that have nothing to do with you. I learned that because I used to be aligned with a few people before I got in my own lane that they weren't elevating. They're always listening to other people and they're not doing anything with their channels. But they're always complaining and they're always blaming YouTube. My channel isn't growing. I don't have this and I'm not doing that. I was like, okay, but what are you doing? When's the last time you did a video or a live stream? But that's not my business. I'm just going to stay over here and be in Marlene's business and I'll leave that alone. Period. That's how that's going to go. So, to everybody who is a content creator, do what is best for you. I'm not here to pass judgments against anybody. I'm not here to tell anybody what to do. Everybody is grown, or they should be. They should be on this app, but it's a lot of little toddlers running around that are unhealed and acting their shoe size and not their age. Don't let them get to you. And especially, I have to talk about these trolls. Um, they're relentless no matter what you do. And especially, I don't know how many people have been seeing this, but have you found that, especially on your shorts, it's like people who like especially look for your shorts to find something negative. You could have one of the most beautiful shorts, like on my vlog channel, like I'm just sharing the beautiful view of the water, and there has to be something negative to say. But I found that there's certain people, it could be the most perfect situation. You could have a beautiful video, but if somebody is looking for something negative to say about you, they're going to say it because they're expecting for you to say something negative back, because they tend to feel that you are on the same wavelength with them and you're not. Okay? I have to remind people, I don't have to go back and forth with you. I'm not on that level. I haven't been on that level for a very long time. I don't have to justify who I am, my worth, what I do, what I say, you know, who I choose to support. I don't have to explain none of that to anybody. And if you fall out with somebody, it doesn't mean I have to fall out with people, you know? That's one thing I say for sure. I follow and support who I want to. I support who I like. I support the content that I believe is good content. All of those things. So it's all of those things. And everybody is free to do what they want. But one thing I'm not going to do is go back and forth with people. I'm not going to throw other people under the bus. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to still be me and keep my integrity, my values, my light, my positivity. I had to learn when I came on this app that if you are in that negative space, that's what you're going to attract. You attract more of what you are. And if you're drawn to certain things, you have to ask yourself, why am I drawn to this? For real. When people say stuff like that, nine times out of 10, they got self esteem issues themselves. They do, forever, Mimi, for real. People fail to realize they are their own worst enemy. Say it again, Miss Jackie. Say it again. They are. They're their own worst enemy. They need to learn to love themselves. So, there's a lot of people that they need to get their relationship with their creator. Whatever it is that you know, you say that to be, some people need to tap into their spirituality because they need some help, need some prayer, they need some meditation. And some people need to take a whole um, pill, some medicine to balance their mental illness. Yeah, I have you over here laughing. I'm just being real, forever, Mimi. Yes, negative feeds off negative. It sure does. So that's all here for today. I just want to tap in with the chat family and say happy Monday, happy June. I hope your June is going to be phenomenal. I hope everybody is in a good space mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. And if you're not, I hope that that shifts soon. Remember that if you want anything in your life, you have to make the changes and you have to make the choices. You have tuned into the Marlene Saunders Show, where we have real talk, real conversations, and you're welcome to it. If it's your first time here, hit the like, Subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bell. Share this with a friend on your social media in person. But I appreciate every single one of you. Shout out to all my mods. Shout out to all of the chat family and all my supporters. And make sure that you are taking care of yourself, chat family. Take care of you. Pour into you. Love yourself. This is social media. These people don't know you. These people don't care about you, okay? Don't burn out yourself trying to get clicks and views. Okay, okay. Don't try to sell your soul just to win and throw people under the bus in order to get that. You know, unless that's your vibe, but it's not Marlene's vibe. I'll never do that. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Yes, you can't love others until you learn how to love yourself. Period. Hmm. On my short videos, I do post some of my food or what I'm having for dinner and that day. And here comes some negative person saying something nasty about my food. It's always, always, forever, Mimi. All you do, even when people say negative things now, I don't let it bother me. When I just say thank you for your comment. It's all about the energy that you show up in this world. Make sure you show up with a positive energy, and you're going to attract more positive than negative. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. You've tuned into the Marlene Saunders Show, where we have real talk, real conversations, and you're welcome to it. I do these podcasts Monday to Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I welcome for you to come back, subscribe to this channel, and all of these things. We are on a goal trying to get to monetization. I need lots and lots of watch time. So, any of my chat family that can hit a playlist and help me with my watch time, while it's not required, it's definitely appreciated. And I will see all of you chat family back tomorrow for another podcast and discussion. Have a great rest of your day.